Welcome to Bottom Up Prosperity. This video is about the soup kitchen here in Wellington and how beneficial it is for bottom up prosperity. What you see here is a screenshot of my meal planner for the week for bottom up prosperity. You can see that I have the days of the week and the 3 meals of breakfast, lunch and dinner for each day. You will notice that I have soup kitchen on the dinners 6 days a week. This is Monday to Saturday, and the time of day for the meal is 4:45 p.m. to 5:45 p.m. and the meal costs $2 a meal. The most cost-effective option is to purchase a meal ticket. The most cost-effective meal ticket is 14 meals for $20, which works out to be around $1.43 per meal, which is a bargain. Anyway, I will explain how it works. The soup kitchen here in Wellington is situated on the top of Tory Street opposite the warehouse. It straddles also Hayden and Frederick Streets. It is open in the morning for free soup and bread, and I will be doing a separate video on that too, and open 6 days a week, Monday through to Saturday. For the evening meal, you basically walk up to the door in the car park and go downstairs into the soup kitchen. There is usually a small whiteboard with the evening meal and usually a staff member or volunteer collecting the $2 entry or clipping meal tickets. You go inside, and on the right there is a counter where the meals are served by the chef cooking on duty that day. There are plenty of tables and chairs, and you can easily scope out a comfortable spot to sit. Now here is a picture of my dinner the other night. That night it was pretty basic dinner, some stew meat, veggies and potatoes, but every meal served at the soup kitchen is highly nutritious and delicious too. It is enough for one adult to get a decent feed. There is free coffee and tea served as well, with a bowl of sugar and teaspoons on every table. The volunteers pour it black or white, as you prefer it, and there's also a jug of water and glasses too on each table. There's always a volunteer with a container of bread slices. They are quite thick slices, and often bread rolls, and some tongs, doing the rounds around the dining area. And you can eat as pretty much bread as you want to. I'm a big eater normally, and I usually find 2 bits of bread fills me up. On the table, there are little sauces of butter as well. Sometimes you might get a dessert too. Anyway, it's great value. You get a home cooked style quality meal of meat and 3 veg. If you happen to be a vegetarian, you can have a vegetarian alternative. This is really taken up because many vegetarians, unless you've been brought up for religious reason, is more of a lifestyle choice. And most lifestylers or vegetarians are quite lifestyled, thus employed and not kind of down and out, so have no usual reason to be coming somewhere like the soup kitchen. But the place is quite dignified, and the guests and clientele generally large economic and quite varied. Sometimes you get elderly people there, the lonely, or just people like me or whoever, just anyone really. Some workers sometimes go there, but usually it's the homeless or people on the benefit. The value of a soup kitchen even meal is that it is extremely affordable. You don't have to do dishes, nor cook, nor gather the ingredients. There is no shopping involved. You turn up, eat your meal, and leave. At basically $2 or less a meal, it's important to bottom up prosperity as you need to eat nutritiously and cheaply too. There's no point eating fast food, which can cost upwards of $15 a meal, nor grocery shopping if you're starting on the bottom. As this channel and philosophy is very utilitarian, it's a very useful way to eat. So going back to our meal planner, as shown, we eat Monday to Saturday at the soup kitchen for evening meals. The Monday to Fridays, as mentioned, is usually charged at $2 or meal ticketed down to around $1.43 per meal. And Saturday meal is always free. Saturday meal is usually vegetarian. A common recurring meal on Saturdays is a potato curry on rice meal. The bread, butter, coffee and tea and water is always served too. So here you have the soup kitchen evening meals. You will have seen this in some previous spending videos. It is a $20 soup kitchen meal ticket with 14 meals. At the meals per week, it usually lasts 3 weeks or so. Sometimes the weekday evening meal may be free. You can save a clip or two when that happens. I suggest that if you have the time, 4:45 p.m. to 5:45 p.m. Mondays to Saturdays, to definitely check out the soup kitchen. If you are following bottom up prosperity, it is pretty much essential. You may not live in Wellington, so check out what is available in your area. You may be in an area where there are food co-ops too. The other week I was at the Free Store here in Wellington. I will be doing a video about that place soon as well, as it covers 5 lunches a week. I overheard a young American guy in the line that when he moved to San Francisco, there were lots and lots of free food for those on the street. So pretty much it's all about community. And the Compassion Centre on Tory Street here in Wellington is the oldest community centre for feeding the people of Wellington. So what is the Soup Kitchen or Compassion Centre? Well, it was founded in 1903 by the Venerable Suzanne Aubert, who was French. She emigrated to New Zealand and helped the poor, destitute, and Maori here in New Zealand. She was recruited to an Auckland diocese and was soon in the Whanganui area around Jerusalem. Her sisters still work to this day in the area. In 1899, Aubert moved to Wellington, and she and her sisters set to work straight away helping the poor and destitute. As mentioned, they set up a soup kitchen and the Home of Compassion and various other charitable works. Aubert died in 1926, aged 91, and her funeral was the largest at the time accorded to a woman in New Zealand. Currently today, she is before the Vatican for canonisation as a saint. I hope she is made a saint as she has performed miracles and that she has helped those at the bottom here in Wellington and elsewhere in New Zealand. Below in the description, I have put a link to a YouTube video about the Soup Kitchen. Please feel free to watch it.